Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Monet here. As you can see, the glam is done. This is a look that we're creating today with this hot tea get ready with me. Like, okay, I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I feel like I really spilt it here. Like, y'all was asking the hottest questions on my Instagram story, so I applaud you for that. I was into it. Like, I didn't know y'all had it in you. So as much as I'm public, I do keep a lot of my stuff private, but I spilled a lot of stories, some experiences. You know, you guys asked a lot about boys, a lot about friends, a lot about toxicity, a lot about all the goodness. So if you guys do like this video, please don't forget to leave a like, because it really helps me out. It lets me know that you like videos like this, because I need to do more like glam beats on my YouTube because I'm into it. I had fun. This is a fun video. Like, I'm excited for you guys to see this. Get the vibes right, you know, get your popcorn, get your tea and coffee ready if it's in the morning. But before we get into it, let's just do a little palette cleanser. Oh my gosh, I look bald without the lashes. Let's get into a little palette cleanser. And I'm actually gonna take my makeup off for you guys, and I wanna tell you about this Skin & Lab Pore Barrier Cleansing Balm. Guys, I actually tried this for the first time like a few weeks ago. I have not stopped using it since. Like, look, I was into it, and mom too, like, she loves it. So this is from Skin & Lab, and it's a really good brand. It's my first time hearing about it, but it's allergy free, it's like vegan, cruelty free. So it's a cleansing balm. You just take a scoop like this, but basically this is a balm. It turns into like a milk, which is like so good. It smells so good. First of all, it smells like the freshest lilies and flowers, which I'm like so here for. But somehow it like zaps all of the blackheads out of my life. I don't understand how this like gentle balm can like make my skin so smooth. I'm not even kidding you guys. Let me take these gems off. I don't know about you, but I have like micro little bumps on my nose, and after I use this, it's literally buttery ass smooth. Like, and you can also get it on Amazon, which is lit because I'm always shopping on Amazon. So basically, look how it melted all my shit off so fast. Add a little bit of water to it. It turns into like this milk, but it's super smooth, super gentle. So let me just wash this off. So I literally just washed off a full glam. Like, I'm bald, y'all, with one scoop of product. Wait, let me grab my charger before the thing dies. Don't die. Ooh, okay, we made it. But this is like perfect like before you get in the shower. So like, you know, all your makeup's done, all you have to do is just wash your face. Is the camera giving it what it needs to give? Like, you guys, this is just the cleanser. This is just the cleansing balm. And I've been obsessed with it, seriously. Me and my mom like have been going through this. Like, so if you guys want to check this out, don't forget to look down in the description. I'll have my 30% off discount code, and you get free shipping on Amazon per Miss Skin & Lab. Like, you guys will be seeing more of her. So now that I'm ready to just go sip my tea and relax in bed, let's get into the hotness of this video. Okay. Ari got me on that. Hey girls, let's get into this face. I'm excited for Get Ready With Me on YouTube, okay? I got my box of goodies. I got the goods here. Originally, I was gonna do the summer fresh beat kind of look, but this is gonna be a therapy session of makeup. It's gonna be a cake face. It's gonna be layers on layers. I'm just excited just to beat my face because that makes me feel happy. I'm gonna link everything down below if you guys are curious about the products I'm using. Y'all, we got some juicy questions, and like, I'm really not the girl about the tea. Ricky's story times, I applaud her. Like, I feel like I mentioned her last time I did a Get Ready With Me too. But Ricky's story times be so good, so entertaining, so bold, and like, I appreciate that because I don't know, when I try to get myself, I'm like, should I talk about this? Should I talk about that? Like, I'm a little puss. And Ricky just be spilling all the tea. So, hey girl, love you. You inspire me. Maybe I'll get a little more bold in this video. We'll see. Where do I want to start? Let's just start with something hot. Bree's Pants says, have you ever met influencers that everyone likes but is really a terrible person? But I mean, let's just start at hot. I've been on one brand trip, iconic NARS trip. And if you guys watch that vlog, oh my gosh, if you guys haven't watched that vlog yet, it's so fun. It's probably one of the best vlogs I'll have like for a while on my channel. But we do have another brand trip coming up soon, and I'm so excited. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited because I feel like I'm gonna be way better off this time. I'm gonna be way less nervous, more excited, and I actually know some people that are going. So like, it's so crazy how much has happened in the past like few months. So the NARS trip was September. which was like, what, 6 months ago? Fuck, that's so crazy. So honestly, I had no idea who was going. And I think the tea is that a lot of brands will give the guest list to influencers who ask, or influencers they have to like convince to come, or like, you know, kind of like the top tier type of like, oh, like we need her on this trip type of thing. I feel like that's when they drop the guest list, but I really had no idea, and I thought it was just supposed to be a surprise, but a lot of people knew who was going, maybe by word of mouth, maybe like, I don't know, but someone actually sent me the guest list of the trip that's coming up in May that I'm going on, and she was like, I saw you on the list. I was like, what list? Anyway, she sent it over to me, but I'm just like, I was taking notes on that. I'm like, how did she get this list? Like, am I supposed to ask for it? Or like, I don't know. For the NARS trip, I had no freaking idea who's gonna be there. And like, I don't really scroll that much on TikTok. I feel like now I'm kind of getting into like, okay, I need to scroll on the timeline, but I need to get familiar with people because like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just like live under a fucking rock. Speaking of NARS, the light reflecting foundation, literally my favorite ever. So I wasn't too familiar about a lot of people like Remy. I didn't know Remy when I went on the NARS trip, but when I met her, it was like, both first impression, like both didn't know each other, kind of was just like, hey girl, and like we just clicked and we kikied like the whole time. And like her +1 Jackie, love you Jackie, like hey girl. And I recently went to Remy's birthday party this past month. It was a Euphoria themed party. That was Remy's, like purr, love that. So I'm glad like we made a friendship out of that trip. But there were some people that I did recognize. I'm not gonna name drop y'all, that's a little too bold. Like, hold on, we need a moment for the foundation swirl. I need a new one of these brushes. Look how dusty, crusty. I ordered another one though, so don't sweat. Cause this is supposed to be white. Nasty. And like, look how it's chipping. Ghetto. But anyway, so my best friend at the time was obsessed with this one girl. And she's like, she mentioned it like the week before. It was so weird how it happened. She was like, I love this girl. Like, you need to follow her. Like, love her makeup stuff. And I'm like, oh, cute. Like, I've seen her, but like I didn't follow her, like I didn't really know. So when my bestie said it, I was like, oh, for real, like she's on my radar now. Like I heard you, like if you love her, I love her type thing. So we go down to the lobby on the NARS trip, and like this is when you meet everyone and see who's there. So I was like so nervous. You guys saw in the vlog. Like when me and mom went to the lobby, I was like, I freaking see the girl that my bestie was talking about, and I was like, immediately texted her right away. I was like, oh my god, she's here, like in the lobby, like holy shit. People have their personality online, their persona online. You know, I gave my little post-NARS speech, like you can't sum up a whole person based on like an experience, you know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different sides to people. So like, just saying that as a preface, like I recognize this girl and like I was excited for my bestie. I was like, oh my god, she's right here, like holy shit, like fangirl moment. And like, you know, we didn't really get to meet in the lobby, so I ended up introducing myself later on. I was like, mom, like let's go say hey, like let's just introduce ourselves, just be cool, like let's be cool. So like our first interaction was super dry, like super super, I don't know, not how I thought it was gonna go. It was just very like dry, short, like cool, nice. Anyways, I'm like, oh, oh. So that kind of caught me off guard, and I was like, you know what, like no sweat, like maybe this, maybe that, like I don't know, you never know. But also like I feel like first impressions, like I would never, no matter who it is, whoever I'm meeting for the first time, like I'm gonna put on a smile or a front at least if like I'm feeling some type of way. So I was like, oh. Okay. I feel like I'm literally halfway down my beat. I've only talked about one thing so far, but it's the fact that I have like, and that's what makes me nervous too, is like people have expectations of me, and like I present myself a certain way online. I cut things from my videos. Like I don't show you my fucking grumpy side, and like, and also I have a lot of social anxiety, and like I know a lot of people do. You know, we're not always on 10, so that makes me nervous too. And like I totally don't sum her as a person over that encounter and like kind of like our experience on the trip, because like we all have our moments. I just learned a lot on that trip about, you know, expectations versus reality, and like letting people be people and human. And you know, it was interesting. It was interesting. And also, you know what the tea is? Like meeting the makeup gurus who like aren't personality based, like the ones who like do like trends and like don't talk. Like I've never heard their voice. Like you just see their pretty face. And then meeting those people, and I'm like, oh, like it's cool to hear your voice, like see, like some people who just do their face, like see how tall they are, like I don't know, just like seeing how they like their style. Like there's a lot of things you don't see. Crazy. Okay, I'm feeling like I'm spilling tea right now. Okay, did we start off juicy? Fine. fine. I kind of want to stick on like this topic. What being an influencer is really like, LOL, especially with being in school too. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because your girl is feeling some type of way right now. I have never been more busy in my life. In my life. I feel like it shouldn't be like this right now. I think I overbook myself as F. Because like, who am I to say no to opportunities, bro? Especially when they're great and it makes sense and like I can do it and like, you know, I like this brand and like this and that. But like when that shit starts adding up, like a simple yes changes my entire week. Like a simple like, yes, we can go and accept this offer, thank you, like I'm so excited. And then like that literally takes away like my whole, I don't know. I'm learning to be more selective, as my mom told me. She's like, you're not being picky, babe, you're being selective. You know what I'm saying? Because with school right now, you guys, this week has like hit me like a fucking truck. Because Fashion Week was absolutely insane. Like, I don't know if you guys felt my energy with Fashion Week. Like that was a new level. But then I feel like I've been on Fashion Week level since then. And now we're reaching another tier of like, I don't have a second to like lay in bed and like scroll on the timeline and like fucking pick my nose and fucking watch TV without being like, I'm just adding on shit for tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Like, girls, we are so, I think it's just my fault. I didn't realize like, and you can't really help it either because everyone's timeline is different. Like with projects that you book, it's like I could say yes today and then that project doesn't start for like 3 weeks from now. And then all of a sudden, like I said yes 3 weeks from now, but then that project starts tomorrow. And then I have like 30 things going on that week. It's kind of crazy. Every brand is different too. Like the brands that you think would have money sometimes don't, which is like, how are you on every billboard and like, you know, you're a household name, but like your influencer budget is like so tiny. But that's the thing. It's like some brands are like strictly like marketing, magazines, billboards and type of things. But I think the brands that get it and they're moving with the times, that like social media is what sells. Like I can't tell you the last time I bought something from a fucking magazine. When's the last time I even opened a magazine? Like, hello? Or like looked at a billboard and been like, I want that. Like, no. So it's just crazy that like just understanding the value and like the position of brands and like their type of interaction, whether it's transactional with their influencers where it's like, oh, like we don't, like this is just a one-time thing, like we just want to get usage off your video and just like post it as social ads and like find the next girl. Like it's not really about building relationships. But some brands, like I will name drop the good brands because they deserve to be, they deserve it. Like Dior, please. I mentioned it too, like in my birthday vlog. Like I'm not lying, guys. Like I fucking love working with them and I'm working with them right now again. So this is like our fourth time partnering together and I'm like, this is the type of relationship where it's like, I will rep Dior. Like out of all the brands too, like Dior is so fire. Like, oh my gosh, that's so iconic to me. Like, I'm just so happy that that's a thing. Like it makes me feel like Dior is so bougie, so luxury, so iconic. Like their fashion, their makeup, like their fragrance. Like I feel so blessed to have that relationship. And I just went to dinner with them. I just went to dinner with them this weekend in New York. So it's iconic. And like, I've been having a lot of fun, like networking per se. I never thought I was that girl. This is good. I like geeking with you. How are you liking this? I like this. I like this for YouTube because like, I can't talk like this on TikTok. Damn, my shit is so short and sweet there. Anyway, y'all, I'm chirping right now. But anyways, what were we even talking about? Just the good brands, yeah. Who like come back for more and like they want to build that long-term relationship. That's like my thing. Like I'm not really a transactional one where it's like, let's get the check, let's just get as many as we can. Like that's not my thing. Anyway, it's a lot balancing it with the school. Honestly, if I'm being honest, if my shit popped off like junior year, I don't know if I would have survived. I don't know if I could have made it. I feel like my timeline, it started really picking up the fall semester of my senior year, which was last September, so like 6 months ago. And that semester was kind of like, okay, like we could do it. Like I had a lot of time to do my own personal stuff. Like I could fly to LA and like make clinical in time, like on the next day. Like it was kind of like crazy, but like I was being bold. Now it's like I'm literally, my legs are buckling in and like I'm carrying like all the shit to the finish line. Like I literally feel like I'm climbing up a mountain with like 30 book bags on and like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm crawling. This is my 5th campaign that I filmed today. It's Monday. It's 1 p.m. I woke up at 7:30. I filmed 3 in the morning. I went to the gym. Like, here I am. I'm still stinky, sweaty from the gym, but fuck it, because I'm gonna take a shower after this and I'm just gonna edit for the rest of the day. Like, it's a lot, guys. Not to be that girl, but I'm just being honest. Like, with my position right now, like a month ago, it was doable. Like, where I could be like, oh, like, girl, like, you could so do it. And like, I still feel the same way now, like, you could sew. But also, I think there's a time limit. There's only so far you can go before you burn out, like, for real. Because I graduate in a month, you guys. I graduate in exactly 1 month. It's April 18th. I graduate May 18th. Fuck. It's 4 weeks away, okay? With that being said, I think the weekly vlogs are going to need a moment. I really appreciate you guys to like love them and appreciate them, because I've cracked out like 20 of them. That's 20 weeks of me vlogging my life fully and like fully editing it, which takes like 2 days. Like I'm so sad because I don't want you guys to like I want to be consistent, because I'm a consumer just as much as I'm a creator. Love this, Charlotte Tilbury. I just want you guys to know that I'm not the type to just like switch up and like leave you hanging. So just stick around, and like I post content on like all my other platforms too. So if you guys ever miss me too much, like go ahead to my IG stories, bro. I be posting on there all the time, and that's like that's where you'll get the most response from me too. Like if you slide in my DMs, like some funny shit, like I'll probably answer. The weekly vlogs, you guys, I hope you understand, because if I'm sitting straight, it takes me 18 hours to edit them. So like I could do that, like I would just risk like my whole Thursday, whole Friday, but I can't afford that right now anymore. Okay, I'm done complaining. I don't want to like, okay, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you what it is right now. And I just want you to understand that as much as I want to make my weekly vlogs, like I will literally burn into a crisp on the ground. And like my grades, like something has to give, because all I've done is media today and I have like a whole test tomorrow. And I'm gonna finish editing today and get in bed like, fuck, I'm so drained, and then be like, I literally have a test tomorrow. When am I studying for this? But it is what it is. Like, you only live once, and like we're building our futures, ladies. We're building our futures. So like we have the energy right now. Let's do it. Let's do it. And also I think next video is gonna be like a closet clean out type vibe. That'll be next Sunday. But I'm still gonna be popping out the content. Like it'll still be entertaining. Like it's gonna be fun to clean out my closet and all my beauty stuff and like my hair stuff. A lot of people ask about my dating life. Holy F. Do you ever get DMs of people wanting to date you seriously? Any famous people? TikTokers? Meek Mill? Let me just, why not? But he followed me. I didn't even follow him back, because I'm like, I'm not, okay, let me just tell you a little bit about me. I'm literally the relationship type, and I've noticed that. I'm still figuring myself out, because I've only ever been in 2 relationships and they were freaking long, and I was so young. So I'm like, why was I booed up for literally 4 years when I was literally a child? Like that was the first experience of like love, and like why was I there for 4 years? Like fuck, Monet. So like honestly I'm terrified, because now I'm like I'm 22 and I'm like, someone asked about hookup culture. Like I wish I could just be carefree in terms of like having a feeling and a fling and like loving it and like just like not being so attached. Like holy F. So I think I honestly traumatized myself to the point where like my heart is just so like not interested in building anything or meeting anyone, or like anyone getting in the way of me being selfish about me. Like single life, everything. I'm into it. Have time for my girls, have time, like I like being alone. Like in my free time, I don't want to cuddle up with you and like decide what show we're watching together. Like no, I'm gonna have my hair in a bun like this. I'm gonna be farting by myself. I'm gonna be eating my fucking chicken tenders on my bed. Like I don't need you judging me. I'm gonna watch my Gossip Girl just because I want to, not because you want to watch something else. Like ew, I don't know. I just like thinking of sharing my time with someone else right now is triggering to me. I physically can't get with the hookup type, like the hookup culture. Like it's just not in my blood. All love to the girls. Like I'm not, please. I love that. Like as long as you're safe, as long as you're being respectful to yourself and you're safe, and like you're not letting these men like use and abuse you and hurt your feelings and like make you feel some type of way. Like if you can with your heart, just like go do that and have fun, girl. Like love that for you. Yeah. So example, like Meek Mill, like I don't know. Like you want me to follow you back and then like you DM me and you're like, what are you doing? And like, let's meet up, and like, no. I think status too. I think we're all people and human at the end of the day. Like I don't care who you are. I respect you. Like, it's not like that influences my decision though. Like, we were at this little lounge like vibe, and out of all the girls, and I was like, my energy was so like wall, like I didn't look that way, I didn't care. I was there for my girls and we were just having a fun time, and like, you know, and like there was a lot of girls that were on them and like just literally like like, let me grab this, like, oh baby, like, and like had all the girls in that section. So me and the girls were all the way in the corner, just like, it's a vibe over here, like the music is popping, like we're over here just like having a good time. Our goal was not to like do anything with them. It was more so just like, oh, okay, we got the moves, like let's pull up. And it was cute until the man literally throws something across the room at me. It like hits me in the head, and I'm literally like, and he's like, I'm like, oh hell no, like that shit fucking scared me. I was like, what do I do? I was like, fuck, girl. I was like, what do I do? So we went to the bathroom and I'm like, like, I don't know, that shit scares me. It's not like, can anyone relate to this? Like, I'm such a puss, I guess. Like, I feel like I've lost so much of my life and my time like to other people that like I'm being so selfish, like, and I don't enjoy like a moment that could lead to something else, because that gives me anxiety. Because it's like, oh, okay, well, he's gonna chat me up, and then it's like, okay, well, what happens when he asks me like what I'm doing after this? Like, that's all I'm thinking about, is like, I don't want to talk to you at all just to avoid that. Am I weird? We gonna pause the story time. I'm spilling the tea right now, girls. Like, this is good. We're pausing that story time because I actually have to film a TikTok in between this for another campaign. Like, girls, we are busy right now. We're booked and busy, it's fine. But I'm so excited about these. I don't need to mention it here, but I just want to show you because these are actually so fire. These are from, they're called IMB. Look at these lashes. They all have like their own custom like bedazzle, and I'm all about the bling blow burr. So there's a bunch of different styles. We're gonna do first impressions on TikTok, so you guys might have seen it already, but cut to the lashes on here. Yeah, we're giving euphoria as hell. Okay, not mad at it. Not mad at it. I thought I was gonna go with more dramatic ones, but I mean, they're all dramatic as hell. They're all long as hell, but these are more like flirty, like girly, pretty ones. And I changed my shirt to this one. I got this from Forever 21 years ago, and like this is my favorite type of shirt ever. I don't know where to find, like no one sells shirts like this anymore, and I'm so sad because like I would buy this in every color if I could find a link. Back to what I was saying. Oh, okay. So I'm talking to the girls and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, I don't want to fucking talk to him. Like, I'm like, you go for me. You, like, please, someone else, because I was like panicking. Anyway, I go over there, I sit next to him. We're smoking a hookah, so something to do. He puts me on aux. Let me hear what kind of music. He's vibing with my music. I'm like, yeah, I know, I have the best playlist ever. Like, Baddie's only on Apple Music and Spotify. Like, don't play with me. He's like, oh, you like Young Thug? I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't know, I was just, like, don't like me, don't like me. He ended up being hella dry. Like, let's do something tomorrow. I'm like what? He's like, go to the gun range. I'm like, go to the gun range? Huh? Like, I've never been to the gun range, like, what? And like, that's the most, I mean, it's cute, like something different, something fun, like, but also like, what? So then he adds me on Snapchat with his alias. It's just an undercover ass Snapchat. I'm like, dang. Oh, okay. Let me actually just spill this story because it's so funny how it goes. So he's Snapchatting like, okay, we'll be ready in the morning. Like, let's go to the gun range, then da-da-da. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I didn't want to do. I'm like, yeah, okay, see you tomorrow. Knowing damn well I'm not doing anything because I got shit to do. And like, that's not enjoyable to me. Like, you're stressing me out. I end up ghosting him the next day. And then he decides to put my story like, what are you guys doing tonight? I'm like, well, we're actually in the city, so but I'm not trying to see you, child. This is on IG too, and he put that shit in vanish mode. And my dumbass didn't know that when you're on vanish mode, it lets you know when you take a screenshot. Oh my gosh. And like, if I already wasn't not embarrassed, but like I was not in the position to be taking screenshots and being put on blast. So anyway, he's like, hey, Sade. And I'm like, screenshot. Cause like, I'm gonna go send it to the girls, duh, like that's what you do. Like, oh look, he messaged me, screenshot. Literally it says, you took a screenshot, seen. I was like, then he starts typing. Then I slide out of the thing and I was like, my heart was literally lumping out of my chest. He said, what the fuck did you do that for? Like, what did you do that for? And I was like, oh no, this is so cringe. Oh my God, this is so cringe. Cause like, I was like, I'm sending it to the girls. He's like, why are you doing that? And I was like, that's what we do. I'm like, I'm just be honest. Like, there's, how do you lie your way out of that? Oh, it slipped. My finger slipped on the power button and the fucking volume up button. I was thinking of all the ways. I was like, I slid down my notifications, but like I screenshotted something on the notification page, but like I actually screenshotted your thing that was behind the notification page. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, I could say that, or I could say like I was screen recording something and like I opened the DM so like it said it screenshot even though I was just screen recording. Like I thought of all the ways and I was just like, this is just dragging me too much. Let me just let you know that I was sending it to the girls because that's what we do. And then it was just hella awkward. And I was like, are you gonna let me recover from this? And he was like, I don't know. And then I just never answered him again because I'm like, I'm not gonna fend for my life. I don't even fucking fuck with you. You're so fucking corny. Like, you're so fucking dry. Like, didn't even like, no banter, no back and forth, no kiki and no that. Like, it was literally so dry. And like, oh my God. So I learned the hard way. Don't screenshot on vanish mode, girls, just so you know. They will know. It's like Snapchat, but I like, since when was Instagram ever like that? Like, that's so fucked up. They needed to send a PSA before they sent the update. Anyways, girls, I feel like I only answered one question. Look how sad my nail is. My natural nails were killing it. She had to go. Then look at this one. So cute. We looking cute. You know, we just got them done. Look at this middle one. So sad. And it's like on my nail bed. So I'm like, I can't even cut this without literally severing my finger off because it's so deep in my nail bed. But then I'm like, what are the odds that it catches on something and it just snatches off? So I'm like, what do I do? Do I band-aid it? I might just nail glue it, like super nail glue, and just like let it grow out. I don't know. This is a fun video. I like this. Do you guys like this for my YouTube? I know I love my weekly vlogs, like the hour-long videos. Like, we like to hang out for a while, but I feel like this is fun. Okay, I'm gonna do like one more question. What's it? Friends who secretly hate you and how to make friends as an adult. T. Friends that secretly hate you. I had moments like that, and I feel like I'm very like trustful. Like, I trust people so easily, and like I wouldn't change a thing, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I mean, you get hurt, but like I'd rather live loving than like being fearful, you know what I'm saying? So I trust people really easily. I love people really easily and very hard. And like my friends, I consider like, oh my God, it means so much to me. Like, the value of my friends that I consider like my girls, like it means a lot to me, and I don't take that lightly in my part of the relationship and like theirs. So like, girl, if you guys watch my vlogs from the beginning, there was like, I had a moment where like I was having fallouts every like fucking month with like all my friends, and like I have a whole new, like, your life goes through phases and chapters. Everything's not forever, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's usually an expiration date, but it doesn't have to end on bad terms. Like, I hate when it ends on like, I don't know what's worse, like when friendships like fizzle out and it's like, oh, like I haven't seen you in so long, and like that, and like you just like fizzle away, and it's like, hey, how have you been? And it's like, damn, we used to be so close, but now it's like you're a stranger. Or the ones that like just like end an explosion, but it's like, I didn't do nothing, bro. Like, I'm honestly, I feel like I'm very easy to be friends with. Like, I'm not gonna stir the pot in any way. Like, unless I do something, like if I do something unintentionally to hurt your feelings, like I will totally just like, I don't know, own up to it and like try to make it better. But like, I'm not the type that's gonna do some sneaky ass shit. And like, I had some fucking friends who were just like, oh, I don't know, showed their ass. And it was like through the course of YouTube, which is so funny, like, because I know what was going on, like the real tea. Y'all remember this part of the vlog? Like, I don't care anymore. I don't want any drama. And that's a red flag as fuck for me. Like, I don't know. There just should not be any drama or petty shit going on in the relationships that I consider valuable to me. Ah! No! No. Oh no, B just tea. That was some messy tea. That was probably like the messiest tea I've had, like in terms of friends in my life, where it was just like textbook, cross the line, like textbook, that's a fake friend, like textbook, like that is not your friend, that is a snake in disguise type of shit. And I was like, I was so hurt because like I would never do something like that. and like the fact that like it was just so unwarranted and like so like, I'm not gonna really get into the tea honestly guys, like there's a fine line between like, there's only so much I can really spill that won't like affect me personally in my real life. So like I'm just like, y'all know I had my fair share recently. I learned a lot like going like through social media too, like people who change over that shit, like good and bad. People get weird about it. People who are like jealous and like envious, and like some of the first friends that went were because of the NARS trip. Like they were not happy for me, they were not excited for me. It was very like, oh, like cool. And then wanted to like be in all my business and like know all the tea and just be like, okay, well what's this, and like not being excited for me. And I'm just like, I don't need like a fucking pop of champagne and like confetti every time like we all have a win. But also like there's like a difference between like being a fucking hater like an obvious hater, like I want to see the best in them, but it was like I could have at least got a, oh my god, like girl, that's so exciting, like I know, like it was literally like, oh cool. So like, oh my god, that shit hurt my feelings. And it was like a bunch of shit that led up to that point. Like that was the moment where I was like, these are not my friends. Like I really consider them my friends, and they weren't my friends. Especially if like I'm going on this path, like this is not gonna be the last time something like this happens, and like makes me feel like shit. Like I don't want to share shit with you, and like that's like a big part of my life. So how to deal with that? I think it's like knowing your limits and like not letting people fucking walk on you. I leaned on a lot of people during this time and like got their opinion and perspective, and it's just like the unanimous decision was that like that's just not normal. That's just not like good energy. And it's like I feel like it's sometimes it's hard to like realize it, especially like in toxic relationships, and like seeing the shit for what it is. Like even when you're like blindly in love, like that shit blinds you. Like you love that person, like you will literally like accept anything, but like it comes to a point. I feel like even some of my relationships, it took me months, almost like a year, to be like, okay, I'm finally done. You know what I'm saying? So it's like cut yourself some slack, because it is so hard just to cut people off, like especially when you're so comfortable and like used to that shit. But I think there's a point, like I feel like there's a point like where you either get the ick or you're like so hurt. Like I cried over that shit, and like it sucks because like no one likes to cry over stuff. Like you really let this person get to you like that, but sometimes it's like how you value them, and like that's what hurts. Got my cries out and was just like, you know, from now on I'm gonna go sit with these friends, like don't wait up for me, it's fine, like all love, but like I'm gonna do my own thing from now on. And that's when they start being like, oh well, why did you like all of a sudden you just want to block us on everything? Like maybe that's honestly how I move on. I think what actually works, like my mom told me every time that I had a moment like this with like any relationship in my life, and it's happened throughout my life, she's like, block them. Either say what you need to say and block them, or just block them. Honestly, that really helps me move on selfishly. But like sometimes the people don't deserve, a lot of people don't deserve, like however they did you, they don't deserve the time of day to get their side, to get their point of view, like to let you know how they feel, because that's just gonna like sometimes it just be like that, girl. Just fucking block them. Like don't be scared to cut people off. And I'm probably way better off, and it probably helped me heal a lot better instead of like the back and forth and like you staying on my mind, and like there's nothing here for us anymore. Like the bridge is burnt. You know, and that's just an example that I use. Like there's plenty of other situations like, you know, where that applies. I just wanted to give you like that one example. I like the Kiki sash. I like this Kiki sash. So if you guys do like this video, make sure you leave a like. And you know, if you guys leave me some pressing questions down below, or like other tea you want to know, like down below, I can definitely carry it into another one, because I might be doing some more of these before like my weekly vlogs again, because I like this. I feel like we're definitely on bestie status. I feel like we've definitely gotten a lot closer, and I feel like I can be more myself, and I can really just like share my stories and feel like, you know, we can all grow from it. We can all learn from it. We can all grow from it. Take what you want, leave what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I hope you guys like this look. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.